Of late, I have been posting videos on Tamil Nadu, the great Tamil people, their language, their culture. And when I post these videos, I get reactions, I get likes, and I get comments also. My knowledge about Tamil language, Tamil people, was basically, I would accept here, starting from Periyar. It is due to you people, your elaborate understanding of your culture, that actually took me towards deeper into the Tamil culture, Tamil religious concept, and it basically invigorated me to search more about you, the Tamil people, the Tamil culture, the Tamil religion. So, friends, today we are going to talk about a topic which is a heated debate since long, almost 150 to 200 years. The thing is, Tamil Nadu is the cradle of Indian civilization, basic Indian civilization, the true Indian civilization. We find big Hindu temples in Tamil Nadu, Meenakshi Amman temple at Madurai, Sri Brihadeshwara temple at Thanjavur, and then we have the Kanchi Kamkoti tradition, which is in Tamil Nadu itself. And then we have a Jallikattu festival, which is based on the Tamil traditions, Tamil culture. And today, questions are being raised. Basically, these questions have been raised from past 150 to 100 years, that whether Tamils are Sanatanis. Now, today I would try to give Tamil perspective on it, what happened, what transpired, and how Tamil people came to this point that we are Hindus. We are Hindus, but we are not Sanatanis. Hello, viewers. My name is Amit Mahajan, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Layman History and Geopolitics. Namaskaram, vanakkam to all of you. So, friends, as I've said, there is an issue. Let's watch this video.
சிலவற்றை நாம் ஒழிக்கத்தான் வேண்டும், எதிர்க்க முடியாது. கொசு, டெங்கு காய்ச்சல், மலேரியா, கொரோனா இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம எதிர்க்கக்கூடாது.
A week since this comment by Udayanidhi Stalin, and the Sanatan storm refuses to die down. As Tamil Nadu Minister, Stalin Jr.'s comment has divided political circles. It seems Udayanidhi is not only unrepentant, but has taken things to the next level. The Chief Minister's son posted this picture of a mosquito coil with no caption. But the picture speaks clearly and in volumes of his message, that he stands by his dengue malaria attack on Sanatan Dharma.
So we saw this video, and this video, though this video is old, in this we saw Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin, who was Youth Welfare Minister at that time in Tamil Nadu government. He is comparing Sanatan Dharma to dengue, malaria, corona, and is saying that as these epidemics have been wiped out, Sanatan Dharma too should be eradicated from this planet. So the question in the minds of North Indians is, almost all the Indians, barring the Tamils, is how can one say this being a Hindu? Tamils are Hindus, as we all know. But why is he talking such things about Sanatan Dharma? And still he's winning? That's a big question. So the thing is, let's go back into history, into the ancient times. Tamil Nadu has a rich history, rich culture, rich religious tradition. We all know about the Shaiva traditions in Tamil Nadu. There were 63 Bhakti poets known as the Nayanars, who composed the poems named as collection of poems named as Tirumai, in which they extol Lord Shiva. Then we had lots of texts written in Tamil literature about exalting Lord Shiva and Lord Murugan. So Tamils are basically religious people. What happened is that the Tamils follow the Saiva Siddhanta tradition. Now, the Saiva Siddhanta tradition started in Central India, something around the 8th century, and it migrated to the south. And Rajaraj Chol is said to have built temples using the sacred texts known as Agamas. And what happened was, during this process, by 13th century, Saiva Siddhanta tradition lost its founding in the northern Indian plains, but it got very good grounds in Tamil Nadu. As I've spoken before, the Bhakti poets wrote Tirumai. 63 Bhakti poets known as the Nayanars wrote the Tirumai. But the Saiva Siddhanta traditionists wrote a new book which was named as Mekandar Shastras. And these Mekandar Shastras dealt with the philosophical side of the Shiva. It was about gaining knowledge. While the Terumai exalted Lord Shiva, his forms, Shiva was being praised in poems. Mekandar Shastras exalted Shiva about gaining knowledge from his philosophical side. Then Shiva Mahakavyam was written in 14th century. So lots of texts were written, and we also know about Tirukaral. That is basically the way the Tamil should live by. And then we have Tolka Payyam, which is the Tamil grammatical treatise. It's a beauty. It tells people how to live life. It's not just a book. It's not about the Tamil grammar. It's a way of life. So Tamils very well knew how to live life, and they were being guided by the Saiva Siddhanta tradition. Now, what happens is in the medieval ages, or maybe let's go to the ancient past also. Now we are talking about this Brahminical thing in Tamil Nadu, basically pan India. In the ancient times, the Brahmins, in the Western theology, the Brahmins were very much respected. They were treated as custodians of true monolithic God, which have a sacred language, while the rest of the populace indulges in idolatry. But these Brahmins are the true custodians of the true religion. This is what the Western theologians thought at that time. Coming to 16th century, we know that in European thought, two different religions came to the fore. One was Catholic branch and the other was the Protestant branch. And when these Protestant missionaries started coming to India, the view they had in their mind about India and the Brahmins was that these Brahmins are corrupt. Brahmins in their mind evoked thoughts of the Catholic priesthood, Catholic clergy, and they said as Catholic priests have misused the religion, interpreted it in their way to benefit themselves, same has been done by the Brahmins. Brahmins have kept the knowledge of the Sanskrit to themselves, while the local populace does not know what they speak, what they do, and they have taken people to a direction from which people can't come out. They practice untouchability, they don't interdine with others, they don't mix with others, and they consider themselves superiors from the others. Now, these ideas brought to India by these Europeans, the British people. And what happened was that during that time, in 19th century, the Tamil Renaissance takes place. Tamil Renaissance was a big movement. As we all know that the road infrastructure was built, the railways came into the fore, and most importantly, the printing press was done. Now, due to this printing press discovery, what happened was that the pamphlets were written, newspapers were taken out, magazines were taken out, and the Tamil people came to know that there is something known as a Tamil pride. Now, I'll talk about two people around here. One is Mr. Robert Gladwell, and second is the great Reverend Sri Ramlinga Swami. So, in 1856, Robert Gladwell wrote a book, The Comparative Grammar of the South Indian Family of Languages. In this idea, he said that in this book, he's very much propagated that the South Indian languages, the South Indian people are very much different from the North Indians. And he put up a theory. This theory was that in his book, Tineveli Shanars, he said that Shanars caste is basically the aborigine inhabitant of India. These people were conquered by the Dravidians, and then later on the Dravidians were conquered by the Aryans. So he said that these Shanar people are basically true inhabitants of India, and they live in Tamil Nadu, which is present Tamil Nadu. During that time, it was to be a huge tract known as the Madras Presidency. So he tried to differentiate between the Brahminical religion and the Tamil religion. What he said was he's put forward 3 points. First was about the god. He said that the Brahman gods are being referred always in Sanskrit. But the Shanars worship the demons. They believe in demonetry, and all their demons' names are in Tamil. Secondly, he said that these Brahmins When there are religious festivals, religious rituals from the Brahmin religion, the Brahmins officiate them. But when it comes to the Tamil traditions, the Shanar traditions, it is the shaman who presides over these functions. Thirdly, said that these demons of Shanars are basically benevolent spirits, and these benevolent spirits are extolled by the Shanars, being made happy by the Shanars through performing animal sacrifices, while such things don't exist in Brahmin religion. And he said that basically Shiva and Murugan, now listen to me here carefully, Shiva and Murugan are Tamil gods. Basically, they were Tamil demons which were absorbed into the fold of Hinduism during all these centuries. And in order to corroborate his thought, what he said was that in Rig Veda and Samveda, there is not much reference of Lord Shiva. Now, this thing went far and wide. There was printing press. People started to read all this. Tamil Renaissance, I have said, took place. I've spoken about Robert Gladwell. Now, what happened was there was, and these people, the Shanars came to be known as Adi Dravidas. I'll be using some Tamil terms here. I'm really sorry if I don't sound proper because, you know, then it was like that. Now they were known as Adi Dravidas, the Shanar caste. Now, what happened was, now there was a caste known as Pariyar Jati. And there was a person named as Yothi Thos. He started claiming that the Pariyars are the original inhabitants of Tamil Nadu. They have been reduced to the status of Pariyars by these Brahmins. They are invaders. Basically, our religion was Buddhism, but during the course of time, these Buddhists basically subjugated our people. They renounced our people through forgery, through deceit. They took over our religion, and extolled our texts as their own, and they influenced our kings, and the original people of the land became the Shudras. So these Brahmins are a foreign religion. They believe in Vedas, but we don't believe in the Vedas. They believe in the Puranas. We don't believe in the Puranas. They believe in Itihasas. We don't believe in the Itihasas. He wrote a magazine, a newspaper, I believe, Oru Paisa Thabizan, which translates to One Paisa Tamil. This magazine had a huge circulation. It was printed in Madras at that time, and it had circulation till Bombay and Bangalore. So what happened was these ideas went far and wide. The Pariyar Jati, the influential people, came together. They started claiming that we are the true inhabitants of the land. These Brahmins are a foreign religion, notwithstanding the fact that Tamils were there from centuries. But one fact there is that the Tamils did not mix with the Brahmins did not mix. The Brahmins were there since centuries, but they did not mix with others. They considered themselves superior. And Sanskrit, as we all know, is like a language which few people understand. I myself have studied Sanskrit in school, and I always used to feel because I could not basically get it. And then I remember my teachers. Now, there was a certain Mr. Rajendran Pillai. I think now I understand it. He came from Shiva Velalar caste. He was very much intelligent, very much good at mathematics, which I always used to feel. But then what happens is, I've talked about the Pariyar Jati. Now I'll talk about Saint Ramalingam, the revered Saint Ramalingam, the Velalar, the presiding deity of Chennai city, as we all know. He said that these Brahminical rituals are against the Tamil norm. These Brahmins practice untouchability, which is not acceptable. And these ideas again gained ground all around Tamil Nadu. See, the thing was that Shiva tradition existed in Tamil Nadu prior to coming of the Brahminical religion. So when the Shiva tradition existed there, it was taken by the North Indians. How could this Brahmin religion be theirs? Brahmins worship Vishnu and all his forms, his avatars basically. But when you go to south in Tamil Nadu, when you say Jai Shri Ram, chances are that you will be encountered by the chant of Jai Ravana. Because Ravana for them is a Dravid, a South Indian, as they say. And in their literature, in their thought, Ram is a foreign element. Vishnu is a foreign element, while Shiva is their own. So they consider themselves as Hindus, but not as Sanatanis, because Sanatani thought process takes its form, its power from the Vedas, Puranas, Agamas, basically all sort of Vedic literature, which is not accepted in the South. Now we'll talk about the linking of language to religion, and this I will talk about the great Maramalai Adigal. Why Maramalai Adigal? Because he is the person who is credited with writing most of the new texts, as we all know. He propagated the idea of Tamil religion, Tamil nation, which was read far and wide, and which led to founding of the Justice Party, self-respect movement, and today, as we all know, the DMK and AIADMK. They all follow his ideas. Now, what he said that Tamil language is very sacred. It is the language of the land, and which has been violated, polluted by the Sanskrit words. So he started stressing on pure Santhamis, which was the pure Tamil language, and he even wondered whether there was a time when pure Santhamis used to exist. So here we see he said that these Brahmins are an enigma to all of us. What they do, what they preach, is we don't know. They have most of the government jobs, as already spoken in my earlier videos. Brahmins had 3% of the 3% was their population, but they had 70% of the jobs, government jobs in the Madras presidency. So all people used to say that these people don't mix with us, they don't talk with us, and still they have such a enviable position. While we are the natives of this land, when we don't have anything. Now, to add uh, oil to fire, what happened was in 1871 a census was conducted, and when this census was conducted, it came to known that there were around 3,208 castes in Tamil Nadu, and in addition there were various subcastes, various lineages, and to compound the issue, it was that two subcastes would not agree in their lineage. So what did the British do? The British did was that they now put up a charter. According to that, the people in Tamil Nadu or in Madras presidency were divided into Brahmins and non-Brahmins. So when these ideas were taking roots that we are not the Brahmins are not the natives of this land, they have come from the north. They've come from north of the Saraswati River. We are the original inhabitants of this land. This made sense for the people around there. So you see the Tamil thought process around there, what Brahmins did, and how the Tamil, through their language, through their history, through their Seva Velala tradition, started going towards away from the Sanatan religion, and it continues till date. Tamils are very proud people, and their branch of Shiva tradition, as we all know today, is the de facto religion pan India. All of us extol Shiva, all of us try to get as deep into the Shiva philosophy because he is an unknown thing, an unknown enigma to all of us. He does not do us anything, but he does everything. And he's not he's affected by anything what he does. All of us want to be Shiva. Thus, friends, this was my presentation for today. I hope you understand the point I gave. It is a bit confusing, maybe, but then these were my thoughts. And friends, there's a humble request today. See, my videos are basically watched by all of you. But what I've seen is my earlier video about why Tamils are a proud race has been watched something around, I got 23,000 views. Then the second video, why Tamils are misunderstood, has taken some 14,000 people have viewed, around 14,000 people have viewed this video. But I'm not getting substantial number of subscribers. So it would be humble request to all of you that kindly like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel and share it in your circle. If you are able to support me, I'll be able to put more body of work in front of you. I'm a person with very limited resources. So that's a humble request to all of you. I hope you liked my video. With this, I would like to end my presentation today. Very thanks to all of you. Namaskaram, Vanakkam from my side. Thank you.